A bombshell report today from the ABC 7 News I-Team. The Los Angeles Innocence Project is seeking a new trial for convicted wife killer Scott Peterson. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Larry Beal.
And I'm Kristen Z. Lacey Peterson and her unborn son disappeared just before Christmas 2002. Their bodies found in San Francisco Bay a few months later. Scott Peterson is currently serving a life sentence for the murders.
Dan Noyes has spent the day digging through the records and calling people involved. Joining us now. What have you learned today?
A lot. Well, Larry and Kristen, in this filing, Scott Peterson says he contacted the Los Angeles Innocence Project in July of last year. They took his case and yesterday filed a massive motion with exhibits.
The Innocence Project's filings on behalf of Scott Peterson total 1,524 pages, including a motion for post-conviction discovery with a claim of actual innocence that is supported by newly discovered evidence. I asked Scott Peterson's sister-in-law, Janie Peterson, whether she sees this as a real shot at a new trial. Absolutely, she texted, or solving the crime and Scott being released. The Peterson family credits Mike Gudgel, a journalist who used to work for ABC News, with tracking down new evidence.
The verdict was unsatisfactory. I really conflicted about the case because there's never any explanation of really what happened to Lacey. It was really a mystery.
The Innocence Project motion asks for evidence not previously provided to the defense, police interviews with witnesses, photographs, videos, and tips that law enforcement failed to track down. Lacey Peterson, then 7.5 months pregnant, disappeared December 24, 2002. The Innocence Project filings focus on a burglary at the home directly across the street from the Petersons' house that same week. They want video of interviews conducted by Modesto police with two men involved in the burglary. One of them reportedly said Lacey witnessed him breaking into the house. They want to find out if a van that was found torched near the Modesto airport is connected to the burglary. Inside, investigators discovered a mattress with stains confirmed to be blood. The Innocence Project wants to conduct new DNA tests on those samples. Could it be Lacey Peterson's blood? The filing also mentions a witness who says he saw a pregnant woman fitting Lacey's description who appeared to be under duress getting into a van on Scenic Road.
I think there's enough evidence that it's probable that someone else may have committed the crime. Enough evidence for law enforcement to investigate further.
They also want more information to help track the trail of a Croton watch that may have been Lacey Peterson's, pawned the week after she disappeared. The filings claim Modesto police did not fully follow up on reports that Lacey was spotted walking her golden retriever after the time Scott Peterson says he went fishing at 9:30 that morning. Lead Innocence Project attorney Paula Mitchell writes that she has encountered witnesses who feared coming forward because the case is too high profile.
Scott Peterson claimed innocence from that day that Lacey disappeared, and he repeated that in the filings, writing, "I had absolutely nothing to do with the disappearance and deaths of my wife and son. I am not a violent person. I have never had a physical fight or violent incident with anyone in my life." Larry and Kristen.
All right, this is just unbelievable. But now that this filing is there, what happens next? Does the judge have to compel the turning over of all this evidence, or what?
The judge takes a look and decides whether this is something that the defense or the prosecutors have to respond to. And chances are he or she will say that the prosecutors have to respond to this. And so then there's going to be a hearing where both sides will be able to talk and see whether this should move forward. I mean, the judge could say, there's not enough here to really pursue, but chances are he'll ask for a response from prosecutors, and then it'll move on from there. There's a lot to digest in this.
Well, 1,500 pages, right?
Right, absolutely.
Well, all right. I know you'll stay on top of it.
Will do.
Thank you, Dan.
Thanks.